It's Tuesday, and it's time for the Doom Report. So the conversation between Israel and Lebanon and Washington has come to an end. No word on if they come to an agreement or not. The negotiation teams from the U.S. and Iran will return to Islamabad later this week for renewed peace talks in the hope of potentially ending the war in Iran. I don't really see that happening. A Chinese ship has already managed to slip past the U.S. naval blockade of the Iranian Strait of Hormuz. China has also come out and said that they will continue to traverse the Strait of Hormuz per their agreement with Iran, and that the U.S. had better not interfere. British reports say that a cargo ship was attacked off the coast of Oman, and the Pakistani Navy reportedly responded to assist the vessel. North Korea has test-fired 5 missiles from its new 500-ton Cho-Hung-class destroyer off the west coast. The Rocket Man is at it again. The U.S. oil blockade is set to boost the American exports. Of course, that doesn't do anything for me and you. Maybe lower the gas price a little bit, but you know what? We're not seeing a penny of that, so it doesn't really matter. Texas Republican Representative Tony Gonzalez says he will retire after admitting to an affair with the staffer. The Los Angeles City school strike narrowly averted in a last-minute deal. Sorry about the background noise. I'm sitting at work, and I don't know what they're doing in there, but man, they're making a lot of noise. Honestly, there's not much news today, but there is a few things that I'd like to talk about. First of all, there's a lot of things going on. There's talk of aliens, all these ufologists and that keep disappearing, and the scientists and things like that. So now I personally don't believe in aliens, but I wouldn't be surprised if we have a Project Bluebeam type moment. So we got that going on. We got the wars. We got the fertilizer shortages, the fuel shortages, the energy shortages, the AI data centers. It's just getting crazy. And for most people who sit around like zombies, they're going to be shocked when it finally comes to a head. And it's coming. However, the prepared people are going to be okay. And that's what I'm going to push here. I want you guys to be as prepared as possible for whatever we're going to see next. And I don't think it's going to be pretty. Anthropic AI wouldn't release their latest update because they said it's too dangerous. Now, that's just the AI that we have access to, which is probably 10 or 20 years behind what the powers that be have. Basically what we have is just a little kid's toy compared to what the things that they're running. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if AI is already running the show. And I'd also won't be surprised if there's an AI running for office by 2028. Probably not president, but maybe a Senate seat, Congress, somewhere in there. I think that's very possible. There's already one in, is it Algeria or Azerbaijan? I don't remember. Already, one of those places has one in their parliament already. Now, I am a firm believer in what's called the Fermi paradox. Now, if you don't know what that is, I'll give you a short explanation. So the Drake equation, we're going to do a short explanation of this too, basically says that there should be millions of intelligent life forms in our galaxy. The Fermi paradox asks the question of, okay, if that's true, then why is it so silent? Why do we not hear anything in space? Well, the most likely reason for that, and there's about 9 different scenarios, but the most likely one is that when a civilization reaches a certain point of technological advancement, it deletes itself through either wars, man-made diseases, or technology, such as AI. At the current moment, we are steamrolling as fast as we possibly can towards all 3 of those things. And the sad part about that is we won't stop because everybody's afraid somebody else is going to beat them to it. So even though they know it's a bad idea, the AI and the diseases and everything else, they're still going full steam ahead because the U.S. is afraid China will get it first or Russia will get it first. And of course, China is afraid we'll get it first. So we are going as fast as we can towards our own doom. So get prepared, because the prepared people are the only ones that are going to survive. Just look at my little area. The people living off of DoorDash is insane. I'd say it's about 50-50. 50% of the people around here are doing DoorDash, delivering, and the other 50% are eating DoorDash. Most of the people around here aren't going to survive a week. Now, there's a few, don't get me wrong. But it's well over, I'd say it's probably 98% are in deep, deep trouble. And they don't even know it. And I'm not trying to tell them anymore, okay? I've beat my head up against a wall or beat a dead horse, or whatever you want to call it, long enough to know that I'm wasting my time. One thing I've learned through my years is that you can't help people who don't want to be helped. It's like an addict. You can send them to rehab all you want, but if they enjoy what they're doing, the second they get out, they're going to go right back to it. You can't help people who don't want to be helped. Now, hopefully some of these people wake up on their own and have an epiphany and go, oh, wow, maybe we should get ready. And that happens. It's happening more and more every day. But you and me and everybody else telling people this isn't doing any good, I don't think. Not that we're going to stop telling them, but they're not going to listen. So don't be scared, guys. Get ready. I don't know what the next big event's going to be, but I just got this gut feeling that something really big and really not good is headed our way. So keep prepping, stock up on everything you can now, because this is the cheapest things are ever going to be from here on out. So fill your pantries, fill your water supplies, make sure you got ways to filtrate water, purify water. Make sure you got the medical equipment you need, prescriptions and first aid and trauma kits. Make sure your self-defense tools are clean, oiled, ready to go. Don't wait for SHTF, because it ain't going to wait for you. We'll see y'all on the next one. Happy Tuesday.